Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Raya and the Last Dragon. Raya and the Last Dragon is a 2021 animated adventure released by the Mouse House powerhouse themselves, Disney Animation. The story follows a young girl named Raya who is on the hunt for the last dragon after a menacing force begins to overrun humankind and turn everyone into stone. The Raya seeks out humanity's last hope in The Last Dragon. I was out of my mind excited to watch this film, right from the title down to the concept art. The trailers, everything about Raya and the Last Dragon looked amazing, and I could not wait to check this film out. Plus, theaters here are open once again, so what better opportunity to reintroduce myself back into the wonderful world of the cinema itself than with this stunning fantasy Disney film. And let me tell you, it more than lived up to expectation. I adored Raya and the Last Dragon. So let's go ahead and talk about those positives first. Well, let's get the easy positive out of the way. First and foremost, the animation is insane in this film, down to the details, to the fur on Titsu, our dragon, the texture of skin, the texture of water, the texture of sand. Oh my gosh, everything looks amazing in this film. And what I love is how they blended in other animation styles. We use different tones of animation between these more fantastically cartoonish dragons, blending them so seamlessly into this more hyper realized world. Then we get these cutaways of plans or past lives that use a more 2D animation style. Oh, the animation is out of this world. And the voice acting is also out of this world. Kelly Marie Tran as Raya is phenomenal. She brings ferocity, she brings humor, and she brings this warm kindness to build up a fully realized, really relatable, and iconic character in Raya, our lead warrior princess. The character is amazing, and Kelly Marie Tran does a fantastic job of bringing that to life. Aquafina has a voice for animation. She has this really expressive tone, this already type of cartoonish feel to her. And I was a little bit scared about how that would translate to a dragon. But Tsitsu the dragon is fully realized as a character, and I couldn't imagine anyone else bringing her to life the way that Aquafina does. It's fantastic. But our entire cast, top to bottom, does a fantastic job, and the script that they are given is amazing. This is a beautiful screenplay that fully fleshes out these characters. We have a lot of little kids on for the adventure as well as animals. Not only are they cute, they are so likable. So it's so easy to make kids grating or annoying, particularly when we get into these action movies. Having kids around just seems more of a hindrance and a nuisance than it does actually benefiting the narrative. However, the kids are utilized so well. They blend cute and fierce beautifully, and they all have these wonderful backstories that start to unfold and expose themselves as we move throughout. The lore of the story is also wonderful. Between the dragon lore and these drones who are our villainous force, if you will, to the people and the different lands, the lore and fabled history of Kumandra, it all is so fascinating. And it builds up a world, it builds up history and backstory beautifully well, just like you're looking for in any top tier fantasy film. I also have to give a shout out to Tuk Tuk because he is amazing. I love him so much. When he's a little baby, I wanted to die. He was so flippin' cute. But even as a larger adult, I loved him. When it comes to animal sidekicks, watch out because we have a new one that is flying near the top of the list. But alas, I would be remiss if I did not bring up this original score because James Newman Howard blows it out of the park. And the original score for this film is fantastic. The different motifs that are brought in for these different houses, that we realize these big bombastic moments mixed in with these hauntingly beautiful and nuanced sets. The score is stellar. Also, the action set pieces in this film, top notch. They're beautifully animated, but they're really exciting and riveting, whether it's one-on-one combat or the bigger moments, even stuff dealing with a tiny little baby and her monkeys. It's all done so well. Exhilarating, fun action. So then, what doesn't work so well when it comes to Raya and the Last Dragon? Well, the only real negative for me is messaging when it comes to the film. The way the messaging is handled in the film is too forward and a bit too on the nose. It is repeated quite frequently, and it just is kind of a bit of a weak message for me. I don't know if I'm just such a cynic, but it just wasn't that strong. I was so much more involved and interested in everything else going on that I honestly could have just done away with the message and been all the better for it. And that does lead to some clunky dialogue exchanges at points because so much of it revolves around that messaging being repeated. So while the script does an amazing job literally everywhere else, there is some weakness when it comes to the dialogue and delivery from the characters themselves. Otherwise, I adored Raya and the Last Dragon. I can see this sticking around for the rest of the year as one of my favorite films of 2021. It is stunning, it is beautiful. Seeing the Southeast representation on screen and through the voice cast, it's stunning, it's funny, it's heartfelt, and it really ticks off all of the boxes I am going into a Disney film for. I loved this film. But whether or not you have a family or not, I think this is certainly worth a full price ticket. And if theaters are not open near you or you don't feel comfortable, I honestly think it's worth the $30 price to get it via Disney Premier Access. So that was my review of Raya and the Last Dragon. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Raya and the Last Dragon? Or have you already seen it? If you have, let me know your thoughts either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!